So this one today was a little bit weird, but in a good way. Hello YouTubers, this is noobifier. Today is the 12th of August 2022. There was an hour-long Star Citizen Live kart racing. Here's what you need to know. Today we had Martin, an environmental artist from the EU Sandbox team, modeling assets, adding textures, placing assets in the universe is what Martin does. Martin decided to work in his spare time on a side project. There was some dead space in Orson, and the basic plan was to create a full go-kart track for us to use. Jared said, in game dev, this is often how it happens. Nothing is ever a solo project, and nothing is ever just thrown away. Even some of the projects that were demoed for us on these live shows are used in the future. Martin introduced the topic in a lot more detail. He was going to spend an hour working to make a new track from scratch just for us. This usually takes a lot more than an hour, but for today he would speed us through so we could see it. He started with a new, smaller space and had all of the pre-baked assets ready to go and available. Martin said that all of the pre-baked track sections and rail sections and other assets would have each taken over an hour. So having those ready obviously speeds up the process today. Martin said that the pre-baked assets also included lighting. He then said that once all of the basic shapes were placed in this new space, he could invest a little bit more time doing the details such as adding decals to the track and other atmospherics. Jared included an anecdote about his early time with our game. Jared said that his audition working for CIG was actually when he used CryEngine SDK to take early game assets out of the game and created his very own Buggy track with the hangar assets. Martin continued to work demonstrating how the assets mostly snap together, requiring basic tweaks to make sure that the seams lined up. Being such a small space, Martin said he would be able to really stretch into the unknown for us. Jared mentioned that the community feedback for the early footage from last week was massive and a big boost to the whole team. Jumps and a much more crazy track was what Jared was trying for. At the 11-minute mark, Martin had a basic track and was able to switch to in-game mode to test it out. That test identified an issue where he clipped through the floor and the jump was inadequate. He spent about the next 20 or 30 minutes tweaking the ramp and cleaning up all the vertices. Jared said that we have an important vote coming up. The community could vote for Grey Cat Buggy as Ship of the Year. He said that in his opinion, we should consider the meme vote basically as a waste. And to that, I say, to hell with that. Now it's not a matter of that I want the Grey Cat to win. The meme community must vote. The Grey Cat must win. We must come together and do battle with the normal and the expected. We must come together and flood CIG with hundreds of millions of votes. Make the Grey Cat Buggy Ship of the Year. Not because it makes sense, but because we can. Then Jared spoke about getting older for 4 minutes while Martin worked. The custom track was massaged over the next 20 minutes, ensuring that they could fit it and that it would be a challenging short track. More curves, more banks, more jumps, more bumps, and it took shape. Chat suggested that a real track be constructed at the Manchester office. Jared said that there wouldn't be enough space in the building, and then chat said, why not place it on the roof so that backers who visit could pay for roof access and test out the track IRL. They spent about 10 minutes just beta testing the new track, making more tweaks. Jared needed more verticality and highly banked corners and highly banked straightaways. The current Grey Cat, as it's tuned, will not perform a loop, but they confirmed that they may work on a way to address that issue. The show continued till the end with two guys brainstorming more and more crazy ideas, and that's about it. A very fun show, watching a developer do what they do for us. I have some final footage of the completed track. Thank you very much for spending your time with me. If you enjoy the breakdowns, please consider subscribing so I can help to keep you up to date. Please consider sharing with friends or org mates as that helps me a bunch. Fly safe and I'll see you in the verse.